damage to it, and their range is 1 less. But let's take a look at damage comparatively, and Spinecrawler does a lot more damage at just a little bit more range, so I'm surprised. And now a Marauder on it too, and that Spinecrawler is going to go down. So it looks like now he's going to attack kind of the tech tree, and Garson now building a factory. So what could win this for these Zerg players? It looks like this Stalker build's being countered fairly easily, or not Stalker, but this Spinecrawler build is being countered fairly easily, and these Zerglings now on hand to help push them back. But what they could win with is maybe if you went for a Spire or went Roaches and went underground or somehow, and he got behind here and just wrecked these buildings. But other than that, it looks like the Terran and the Protoss have it. Even though looks like our friend Need here is doing a pretty good amount of damage. And now moving around these Stalkers, and I don't know what he's doing because they're getting hit. Now he's sending out the Queen. Queen was very slow off a creep, and it looks like that Queen may just die, and that would be very bad because he wouldn't be able to produce at such a high rate because of this ability right here, Spawn Larva, where it spits larva onto the hatchery. And he kind of needs that if he wants to be able to keep up with production. Looks like Need, he's going to be our pivotal player right here. If he can win, that would be pretty amazing. The game should be over right now. It's been pretty bad play from this Terran and this Protoss. As soon as they got in here, they could have done a lot more damage with this rush. And one of the best strategies they could have gone with is just destroying one of the players. So now it looks like Garson kind of trying to keep him away from this pylon, because that would hurt supply, and the very important thing on a rush like this is supply. So now he's got enough supply, he's got enough, but if he keeps hitting that supply, it's very bad because a rush absolutely needs that to survive. If you don't have supply on rush, it will be overrun fairly quickly. And now it looks like he's going to take out Garson's supply also. Garson now negative for supply, so very bad for Garson. And looks like Need now taking damage, and he's going to run back to the Spinecrawlers, and it's a great play by Need. So it looks like Need may go for this, and he may actually be able to win this. Very surprising outcome if that could be. And now Zergling's coming around, and Paulord does have enough to produce quite a bit of Zerglings, and he does have enough larva to produce quite a bit also. So he is also trapped into a single base, though. That's the problem with him. And Need now with a lot of minerals. He should be sending this Queen with this larva spawn ability and putting it all over both of these hatcheries and just pumping out Zerglings. That's what I'd do. I'd get a few Overlords and then just wreck these guys. Which it looks now Garson is wizened up, and he's got some siege tanks out here attacking these units, which are very powerful against ground units. And at 60 damage and 13 range, they have almost double the range of these Spinecrawlers. So they're going to be able to absolutely wreck these Spinecrawlers. And his only chance would be to send these Roaches in, because without an upgrade, these are fairly easy to kill. And he may have to sacrifice a few Roaches to kill it, but as soon as he gets them on it, as soon as he gets them all firing on it, it looks like this tank is going to go down. But looks like we have two more tanks on the way, and another one now keyed up on Paulord's base. So it looks like our underdogs may be losing right now. It looks like they may actually have to take the loss. But I don't know. It could still go either way. I was actually contemplating not putting this on YouTube, but I will. It looks like a very interesting game. So now attacking this other tank, looks like he's going to take it down, and he may be able to take down this other standing force, which now a turret coming in just in time to help fend off these guys, which he needs to pull these Roaches back. They're not going to be able to take this and the turret. Looks, actually, maybe they will. No, Marines moving up now, and that's going to be fought off. So now, putting in these photon cannons in his base, which it seems like the only player here that's really platinum level seemingly is Need, because both Garson and Soet, I don't mean to insult anybody, but they seem to not be wisening up to the tactics quickly. You know, it takes them a while to adapt their builds and change to suit things that seem very simple. So Need he seems to be very quick and very smart. I'm not sure if this is Paulord directing this or what, but they're probably doing it over voice because I don't see any text. And now with this guy just hammering Pollard's next, or his hatchery, so that's not very good. And he has to take this out. So what he can do now is send these guys in, and these roaches, a large force of roaches from Need, being slowed down by damage, and it looks like they're going to try and head back to his base with a single Marine following, and that Marine is going to die, which it doesn't look like he's going to go for the lair. It doesn't look like he has enough gas either, and it looks like he's going to keep going for roaches. And the only thing that I see wrong with his play is he could be producing a lot of Zerglings because he doesn't have that gas restriction. Which roaches, he does have a very obvious gas restriction, and he's not doing good with that gas restriction because he only has a few of these producing. He only has 2 of them because one is in range of tanks, and the other one is up there. And the other one is down here, not extracted yet. So he's unsieged his tank, and Need, seeing this move, is heading in, realizing he's 1 tank down, but there are a lot of photon cannons out here, and he can take this tank out, but it's going to be at great losses, especially with the splash damage. So it looks like he's just going to barely take that tank out, losing all of his roaches for 2 tanks, which, given the strategic implications of taking out those tanks, it may have been worth it. It doesn't look like he has enough gas to rebuild that roach force, but he could surely put a lot of Zerglings on the field right now. And Zerglings are, as of Starcraft 1, they have forever been the tank's enemy because they can get in there quick and they can do a lot of damage with that surround. Now moving his tanks in onto these spine crawlers, and it looks like Need, seeing the need to build, no, not Zerglings. Looks like he's built drones with all that. So it looks like he may have just messed up there. And now roaches, which he can either send these in to do range damage and try and get as much damage as he could, but it looks like he's going to do, no, he's not. He could send them in to do melee damage and not take hits from these tanks. Looks like he may have moved them in kind of, close, but not close enough. And his only chance is to get in with this melee damage, but he would be in range of these photon cannons. And so now building more photon cannons along with this warp gate. Looks like he's going to be able to spawn units very quickly up to about here. So not looking good for Need, even though there was great play by Need. And now able to attack this tank from Garson. And it looks like he's going to send out these roaches to try and destroy these tanks. And Marauder out now being fielded, and he's going to try and destroy the one that's still sieged rather than the one trying to get away. And it looks like he got the one trying to get away now, and he's going after the one sieged while taking fire from that Marauder. Looks like he's going to take out that Marauder right now, and we may be able to see some destruction of buildings, but it looks like the Marauder force is going to become overwhelming at this point, especially with that concussive shell upgrade. Or it looks like they actually don't have concussive shell upgrade, so these Marauders aren't all they can be, really. They could be much stronger, and it looks like he's failed to do that. Looks like Need left the game. So, very good game here. Very entertaining, and it looks like this is going to go to our Terran and Protoss. Even though the rush was kind of the cause of the win, it's still a pretty entertaining game. So this won't be my only commentary. I'm going to do another one because this game was fairly short and everything. But I will be posting this to YouTube. So very quick before I get off, I'm now in official beta, as I mentioned earlier, quite briefly. You can add me. My name is ArcliteTank.arclitetank. Same as my YouTube, just without the SC at the end. And I have a donation link up in the description and on my channel. So watch that other commentary. I'll have that up shortly after this, or maybe even at the same time as this or before it. I don't know. But go check that one out. I'll try and get a longer game with you guys, maybe a 1 versus 1. So rate, comment, subscribe, and thank you guys.